2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Last game for the Bucks, they picked up the W against Toronto, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. And the Bucks securing $250 million with a B dollars worth of funding from Milwaukee to build a new arena.
Wow.
Construction underway, and they're hoping to move in next season, guys.
Man, I should move to Milwaukee. They're giving away that kind of money.
That's my hometown, by the way.
Wow.
I was born in Milwaukee.
The mean streets of Milwaukee.
Yeah, I survived the mean streets of Milwaukee, North 68th Street to be exact.
Well, it's a big part of keeping a team there because, you know, there's been some rumors about people wanting to move that team and the ownership possibly. So now it's not the biggest market, but right now they sweeten the pot up a little bit.
You know, the Bucks' new ownership is staying true to their word, working to keep the team in Milwaukee. You look at the picture of this arena, it's going to be spectacular.
Cannot wait for the grand opening of the Ernie Dome.
Are you going to go?
In Milwaukee.
The Ernie Dome.
The
I like
Ernie
that.
Dome. There you go. Hey, Kevin Harlan, take it away.
The Ernie Dome.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. For the season series between these two teams, the Wizards came away empty in the last matchup against Milwaukee.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Bledsoe is out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's John Henson. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And, you know, Henson's height and length and reach makes him a force on the glass. He does a nice job chasing down those rebounds.
The free throw off from Henson. For a young player, Clark, it's adjusting to the speed of the NBA and the length of the schedule. So how do you power through that rookie wall? How do you survive that?
Well, there's no magic formula, Kevin. You just have to stay the course because it comes in different times for different players. For me, it was after about 60 games. I was a starter playing 34, 35 minutes a game. So it was a combination of fatigue and just getting used to 2.5 times more games than I had ever played in my career. So you fight through it, stay with your habits, stay with your preparation, and eventually you find your legs.
Now here's Wall, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo against Morris. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. The shot by Middleton, wide open, and the Bucks miss again. Porter kicks to Wall. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Porter. Here's Morris. It's not going to go for him. And Milwaukee will come the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the deep.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside, Wall. Pass to Beal. Just 5 on the clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you could argue Bradley Beal was one of the bigger all-star snubs from last season. It's great to see what he can do when finally healthy, and has always been a dangerous scorer when he's at 100%.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Beal, and Greg, you brought this up with his help because he hadn't been able really to play a full slate of games in his first 4 years in the NBA.
Yeah, and credit him for dedicating his efforts to improve his health. I mean, was a time when you thought injuries would maybe limit his career, but when he's on the court, he is one of the best we have at that off-guard position, and he's only going to get better. And you look at the Bucks and this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
Now, here's Brogdon. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto, and they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
Zeller, he's checked in for John Henson. Outside, Beal, beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Beal's got 5. And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to guard that far from the basket.
Morris, rebound Milwaukee.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
The Bucks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. The feed to Middleton. Brogdon against Beal. Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the inside. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, you really got to love the hustle from the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's got a ton of confidence when it comes to beating up that glass.
Wall, good.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now, here's Brogdon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Inside. And there's Zeller. And that's good on the assist from Antetokounmpo.
Boy, I like how fast, how quickly he went up with the shot, realizing that his man had no chance.
Outside, Wall. The pass to Gortat. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And quite honestly, guys, Antetokounmpo, get that name right, folks. He's one of the most unique, talented players in the league. I mean, long arms, which really create a lot of problems for the defenders, whether he's passing or shooting.
Free throw missing. Clark, what is amazing about how Giannis plays is how much ground he can cover. It's like he shrinks the floor with how long and tall he is and his stride when going end to end or just attacking the basket.
Agreed. And how about this? I mean, he's Euro stepping at 7 feet tall. I mean, that's like a dance move, and this guy's doing it with ease. His size and movement and grace looks like at times he's on another planet playing against the best players in the world. The Greek freak has set a standard on what it means to have elite athleticism in the NBA that very few can match.
Quarter outside. Zeller grabs the board.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And here's Wall, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. And Wall kicks to Beal. Gortat with the screen for Beal. And that one's good by Gortat. Gortat's got his first points in this one.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Now here's Wall, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. All with it, now guarded by Middleton. No coverage that time. Porter's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Now here's Wall. It's Beal on the wing. To the middle. And marching Gortat again. Gortat's got his second basket of the game.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Wall with a block. He dishes it to Porter and finished off by Porter.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
Here's Brogdon after the basket by Washington. Here's Middleton, and too long on the shot.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Parker's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Chris Middleton. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Meeks. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's a 6-point game. Here's Parker. And the shot no good, a bit short. Here's Washington. They picked up 11 straight. Three-pointer. Lawson sinks the triple. Lawson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Launches it. Here's Scott. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jabari Parker.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Shooting two.
First one falls for him. And we know just how important a player who can catch and shoot is to an offense. Clark, which players in the league are the best, in your opinion, in that regard?
I think you got to start with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, two of the very best, if not the best, shot makers we've ever seen in the league. The way they can catch and shoot it from deep, challenged, open shots, off the dribble, off the catch. Their shot-making ability is absolutely remarkable. J.J. Redick is a guy that can make shots as well, but those two guys, I think, are in a class by themselves.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
And a look now at the four areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Wizards.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long three. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
Bucks trail by 11. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Here's Parker. That one off the back iron and out.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
Watson the pass to Oubre. Off target from outside. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dellavedova with the ball. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Lawson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lawson's got his second basket of the night.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
Here's Dellavedova. Ty Lawson making his last shot. They set the pick. Teletovic dishes to Parker. Feeds to Zeller. Over Mahinmi. 6 to shoot. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Bucks second.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
First free throw is good. Well, Greg, for 2 straight seasons before this, the Wizards have had a starting 5 that all average double figures on the year. The engine of this offense, I think, is the backcourt, but they can all hurt you, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin. Having a balanced offense like they do makes it tough for teams to prepare defensively. You can't just double or key in on Wall or Beal because they do a great job of facilitating. I think the bigger question moving forward is just going to be what will the impact of that bench be, and ultimately that's going to determine whether they can contend.
Now here is Dellavedova. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Picked by Zeller. It's Parker with the drive. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Washington leading now by 15. Lawson kicks to Mahinmi. Milwaukee with the rebound. And here we go. Fast break. Mohamed's got it. Three-pointer to Ledovich. New 24 for Milwaukee. Looking to end the run. Tries yet again. And it's laid in by Parker. Parker's got his first points of the night.
Oh, I tell you what, tremendous work rate in getting to the glass by Parker. If you don't box him out, he'll make you pay for it.
Lawson outside. He feeds it to Meeks. Parker against Scott. Lawson in the corner. Nice ball movement by Washington. Count that bucket. And the Wizards lead by 15.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Now here's to Ledovich. Dishes to Parker. Dellavedova, the pass to Mohamed. Shoots over Scott. Mohamed, no luck. Wizards leading by 15. The dish to Lawson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Mohamed with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Shoots from 12. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty. And here we go. Washington fast break. It's deflected. And here is Dellavedova. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Second chance shot. Goes up again. It's deflected.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
It's Meeks outside. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Meeks got 7 points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so it's the Washington Wizards in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you guys think?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
So it's Washington now. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Shabazz Muhammad. And it's Teletovic in at the 3 spot. Mahimi's shot is good.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Dellavedova dishes to Muhammad. Shoots over Meeks. And Muhammad the bucket on the assist from Dellavedova. Muhammad's got his first 2 points of the night.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically how he finds the open man. Nice.
Lawson kicks to Oubre. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. And what an advantage it is for players in the Bucks to be able to pick the brain of Coach Jason Kidd. Kidd is a player who found success in so many formats, under so many schemes, under many coaches, from winning NBA titles as well as international titles when he played the game.
I don't know how much more I can embellish that, but you're right, Kevin. There's a lot to be learned from old number 5. I mean, Kidd has also shown a knack for imparting his knowledge, which is rich and deep, to his guards. And when you've got a young team like the Bucks are, to have a coach with Kidd's experience and IQ, man, what a blessing for those guys.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
And it's good. 2 points.
Good example there from Dellavedova of what concentration can do for that soft touch inside.
To the inside, stolen by Henson. Parker inside, defended by Scott. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And glad to see Jabari Parker out on the floor after recovering from yet another torn ACL. Clark, always hard to go through that injury. Never mind twice in your first 3 seasons in the NBA. But you know, Parker's a fighter through and through.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Not an easy situation, and really disheartening for all of us who appreciate his talent and skill level. He's an outstanding young man and player, and he's vowed to come back stronger than ever before. And his attitude, a positive approach to difficult adversity, I think has set him up to have a chance to do just what he vowed to do.
Free throw no good for Parker. Clark, you were a fantastic rebounder your entire career. What do you feel gave you the edge over the other players on the glass?
You know, one of my fellow Buckeye greats, actually the greatest Buckeye of all time in basketball, I think, was Jerry Lucas. And he talked an awful lot about rebounding being more about timing and pursuit of the ball than anything else. And I had a good gift of timing, and I clearly was chasing down that pumpkin as well as most. And those were the things that allowed me to be a good rebounder. Good timing, good hands, and pursuit of the basketball. It wasn't complicated, but some of it was giftedness. The other part was persistence and hard work.
Morris with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Porter in the corner. Outside, Beal. He kicks to Gortat. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And as Milwaukee continues to invest in the Bucks and this whole franchise, the upcoming stadium just one part of the equation. The team also starting their first year with an exclusive G League team.
Well, and that team is out in Oshkosh, Kevin, and should act as a really good resource for developing young players for the Bucks. I mean, a lot of teams have followed this trend, and the Bucks, they went from plan to action very quickly with that.
And Morris comes over to help. Shot's good by Middleton.
Hard to disrupt or shake Middleton when he's in the zone. I mean, doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's still going to get his shot up and down.
Wall passes to Gortat. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's the break. No good from Bledsoe. Washington leading now by 14. Morris. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. And that one's good, Brogdon.
And the vision of the Greek Freak easily spotting his wide open teammates thanks to that height of his.
The Wizards shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Wall dishes to Beal. Now Gortat, 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a four-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Wizards leading by 9. Stolen by Bledsoe. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good work defensively by Morris.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
And that one falls for John Wall.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
Now here's Brogdon. 5 points in the game. Henson with the screen. Here's Bledsoe, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Offensive rebound. That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Antetokounmpo.
When Antetokounmpo is in the paint, you need to find him. You have to give him the ball there. I mean, he's an absolute monster in the post because he can shoot over most guys, and if he's defended well, he'll find you if you're open as a teammate.
A 3-ball, good for another basket for him. Number 4 today, he's 4 of 8.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Morris with the screen for Wall. It's Morris atop the key. Here's Beal, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
Clark, in your rookie season in the NBA, did you ever have a welcome to the NBA moment? You know, a play or a sequence where you were brutally introduced to how unforgiving the NBA can truly be?
Yeah, how about my first night out? Spencer Haywood ran me in circles, and I shot 2 for 17, scored 6 or 8 points, and he was in my head from the very beginning. Thankfully, the Pacers won that game because it...
Got that
can just fly. Well, we know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond.
Brogdon kicks to Bledsoe. Henson, a screen on Wall. Bledsoe against Wall. No good from Bledsoe.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting.
For Washington, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Two shots.
The first one falls.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
That one misses. Bucks trail by 11. It's Brogdon on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Brogdon's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal. You know, he's yet to hit another 3 after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Here's Wall. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line. And Wall, just a talented offensive player, someone who lights up the shot chart from just about every area.
Morris against Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton. Rebounded by the Wizards. Gortat's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Brogdon. Shoots over Beal with the tip. Antetokounmpo on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got 11 points in the quarter.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Pass to Beal. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, I think the defense flat out gave up. I mean, didn't even try to get back into the picture on that fast break finish.
Morris with the bucket. Bucks trail by 7. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Wall passes to Gortat. The feed to Beal. Rebound, Milwaukee. Henson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. And it's sent back by Morris. Brogdon against Beal. Here's Gortat. A beautiful reverse layup. Gortat's got 8.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Bucks trail by 6. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. outside Wall. Back to Morris. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That'll be his second foul of the game. For the Wizards, Mahinmi's checked in for Gortat. Mike Scott comes in for Morris, and it's Jody Meeks in for Bradley Beal. And then for Milwaukee, Zeller, he's checked in for Henson. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. Zeller, a screen on Scott. Here's Antetokounmpo. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
There's a screen. And Wall kicks to Meeks. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Kelly Oubre comes in for Porter, and it's Lawson in for John Wall. The Bucks also changing it up. Parker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Mirza Teletovic subbed in for Chris Middleton. Bucks trail by 7. Passes it to Muhammad. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Misses in close.
You know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
And again, Washington, no good. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Parker's shot is off.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Lawson outside. Oubre kicks to Lawson. Here's Scott. Rebound by Dellavedova. The Bucks shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field. Scott against Parker. Nice D from Scott. Washington leading now by 7. Here's Meeks. He's got 10. Here's Lawson. Teletovic grabs the board.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Washington's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Lawson with it. He has 7. Kicks it to Meeks. Shoots the 3. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 4 assists in the game.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And that does it for the first half of play. Wizards out front, leading by 10. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
Been working out.
It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He had 13 points, 2 block shots, and 5 assists. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
I look at the lack of free throw attempts as a key indicator. Because the funny thing about getting to the charity stripe, you have to earn it. You have to put your body in harm's way and be physically willing to take the hit. Right now, one team's playing aggressively and the other team isn't. That's the big difference in the score.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Antetokounmpo in this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
And you know what, Greg? He's showing no signs of slowing down now. This game has been all him, and he's been a force.
The second half just about to get going here. And here is Morris. A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. And that one misses. And you watch Antetokounmpo play out there, and he looks like a supersized point guard with how he moves and gallops and initiates the offense. The term is point forward. But the bottom line, Clark, is that Giannis is the orchestrator when he's on the floor.
You're exactly right, Kevin. The assist numbers grow every year for Giannis. He causes a ton of mismatch problems. And how you guard him on the perimeter is always a quandary for the opposing team.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
He hits both from the stripe. And, Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. I mean, opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
The shot's good from Henson.
Henson very skilled down low. At almost 7 feet tall, the defense cannot allow him to get deep position.
Bledsoe against Wall. Beal dishes the Wall over Bledsoe, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 17 points for John Wall.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Beal the pass to Wall. Morris kicks to Wall. Just 5 to shoot. And Henson sends it back.
Hey, that reach of Henson, remarkably long, unbelievably long, and that allows him to wipe away shots effectively.
To the paint. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Henson's got 8 points.
Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
Outside, Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. There's Porter with the three, and again, Washington with the triple.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Antetokounmpo against Morris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on John Wall.
You know, when Antetokounmpo puts his head down, man, it is a really terrifying sight for the defense when this guy's coming at you, all limbs and arms and size and ball skills. Usually you just end up hacking away at him to stop him from getting to the hoop.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
You know, when it comes to versatility, the Greek freak, Giannis, is one of the very best in the league. I mean, his shooting, ball handling, and defense are really otherworldly.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Wall dishes to Porter. Inside, Gortat, and Gortat with the stuff.
He is a big guy, and Gortat doesn't play the finesse game. This is a guy who's all about strength. Forget about laying it up there. He's going to take the power approach.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
I think that's a critical timeout too, Kevin. I mean, they need to find a way to slow him down, shut him down, because he's tearing them apart right now.
Bledsoe against Wall. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. The Bucks working the ball around. Henson the pass to Brogdon. That shot off. Gortat with the defensive effort. Wall against Bledsoe. Wall's shot is off. Bucks trail by 13. Middleton outside from past the arc. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got 11 rebounds in the game. Morris dishes to Beal. Misses the three. Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Ball's knocked loose. Baseline jumper. Count the basket. And that's now 10 points for Henson.
And with the passing of time, Henson has developed a nice mid-range jump shot. The defense has got to be aware that he can make that shot.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Wall kicks to Morris. Outside, Wall. Down low. Now Middleton. 7 points in the game. There's the pass to Henson. Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Wall. Henson sets a screen for Bledsoe. Henson's shot is off.
That was a half, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
And Morris throws it down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And finished off by Porter.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Wizards leading by 13. And Wall kicks to Beal. To the left wing. Wall against Bledsoe. Back to Brogdon. That one, no good. And it's Washington the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Wall, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Bucks.
And there isn't a whole lot of positives that you can take away from his performance from the mid-range game so far. A lot of chances have come up empty for him, but he seems intent on taking jumpers out there. Something's got to give.
The first free throw is good for the Wizards. Mahinmi comes in for Morris, and Ty Lawson subbed in for Bradley Beal. The Bucks also changing it up. Parker's checked in for Chris Middleton, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Malcolm Brogdon. And so John Wall nails both of them. Bucks trail by 15. Bledsoe outside. He dishes it to Parker. Henson, a screen on Mahinmi. Lock at 6, and he comes up with the deuce. And it's 8 points for Parker.
Even with the D up against him, Parker is good at keeping his focus. Doesn't lose sight of what he's trying to get done down there. Nice touch, and that touch really something you can't teach.
And that one's good by Porter. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
For the Wizards, Scotty's checked in for Gortat. Oubre comes in for Porter. And it's Jody Meeks in for John Wall. Milwaukee also making some changes. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Henson. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Muhammad in for Eric Bledsoe. Washington leading now by 15. Now here is Lawson. He has 7. Scott drills it from outside. Scott's got 5 now.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Now here's Muhammad. He's guarded by Meeks. Elbow shot. Muhammad, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Lawson outside. Here's Oubre. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Scott kicks to Lawson. And again, Washington with the triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Parker with it. 8 points for him. They need this. Rebound by Mahinmi. Mahimi's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Lawson outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lawson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
Feeds it to Oubre. Here's Scott. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Muhammad, and the dunk by Muhammad.
Well, this is what you want from Muhammad. Pushing the action, then finishing with force. Yes.
And here's Lawson. He's got 12. Mahimi kicks to Oubre. Lawson outside. Wizards passing it around. Over in the corner, Meeks. No good on the three. Bucks trail by 21. Now Dellavedova, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Zeller. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Washington's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Meeks passes to Lawson. Outside, Scott lets a floater go. Excellent D there from Parker. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Wizards leading by 21. Now, here is Lawson. Outside, Scott. Lawson dishes to Meeks. Over Muhammad. The Wizards with another miss. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Dellavedova kicks to Muhammad. Teletovic in the corner. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And this is what Teletovic does best now. Absolutely venomous from deep. How about that, Kevin?
Lawson kicks to Oubre. Meeks on the wing. He's looking for Mahimi and finds him.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
Parker passes to Zeller. Rebound by the Wizards. Mahimi's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Lawson outside. Oubre sets the screen for Lawson to the right side. Oubre can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 20. Here's Dellavedova. He feeds it to Teletovic. Back to Dellavedova. Teletovic the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Leaps for it. Oubre with the steal. Meeks on the wing. Muhammad covering. Good work there as it goes. Meeks got 15.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Dellavedova dishes to Muhammad. Goes up the baseline. Here's Zeller. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Zeller nails both of them. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Now, here is Lawson, defended by Dellavedova. Lawson with it. 12 points for him. Dishes it to Meeks. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Washington controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
We're not talking to each other, offensively or defensively. Let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, Mirza Teletovic out there with Shabazz Muhammad. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Parker in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Here's Dellavedova. Pass to Brogdon. Shoots over Beal. Beal with the block. Now the dish to Oubre. The Wizards working the ball around now. Lets it go. And Parker with the block.
Absurd bounceability displayed by Parker. I mean, he uses it so well on defense. It's not just the leaping ability, but the timing as well.
And here is Dellavedova. Parker outside. Teletovic the screen. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
The wingspan of Parker is what helps him get these shots off. I mean, even when he's getting fouled, he's effortless in his shot attempts.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Oubre, and it's John Wall in for Ty Lawson. And Greg, when Jabari Parker is healthy, he has shown that he can be a go-to scorer in this league.
Parker reminds me a bit of how Carmelo Anthony looked at the same age. His ability to just blow by defenders is going to always be something he can lean on. Just fantastic with how efficient he is at this age.
Brogdon kicks to Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Oh, I like the craftiness of Parker at finding ways to get into the lane, always looking to punch it down.
Here's Porter, and the bucket counts. Three-point chance here.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Well, the NBA has made some adjustments to prevent the hack-a-shack strategy, fouling big men who can't make free throws. It still happens. Clark, is it always going to be a part of the game, do you think?
I think it will be part of the game, and I don't necessarily like it. I would much rather see the rule be changed because I think it just enhances the quality of the product. Some would argue the strategy should be on board for poor free throw shooters. I disagree.
Free throw good. Porter. Bucks trail by 21. Now Bledsoe. Screen by Parker. For three, Middleton. The shot, no good.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Wall, good.
You know, Wall's done a nice job, in my opinion, of improving his mechanics with his shot. It's not quite a pure release, but much, much better than it was a couple of seasons ago, and he's really become effective from the mid-range area.
Nobody near Parker. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Wall passes to Beal. Back to Wall. The drive by Beal. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Clark, we've seen the bench celebration become almost an art form in the NBA over the past few seasons. Are you surprised this is a thing now?
Not at all. Again, when everything is captured and documented and you're going to have creativity and attention-grabbing celebration, so it's just part of the landscape.
Wall draws the double. And there's Porter on the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Now here's Bledsoe. And Middleton kicks to Henson. Pass to Bledsoe. The feed to Middleton. In the corner, it's Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Henson, a screen on Gortat. Here's Brogdon. Washington with the rebound. Morris has got 8 rebounds in this game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Middleton on the wing. Over Porter. Rebound by the Wizards. Right side Beal, and the shot goes in. Beal's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Henson. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Henson's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Wall with it, now guarded by Middleton. Wall dishes to Gortat. And Henson sends it back. Middleton outside. Henson sets a screen for Middleton. Here's Parker. Morris with the block. And here we go. Washington fast break. Beal's running. That doesn't go either for Beal.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Middleton, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's.
And Gortat kicks to Porter. Wall against Bledsoe. Out to Morris. Lets it go with the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Wall kicks to Morris. And Parker with the block. Bledsoe outside. Shoots it up. Morris with the rebound.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Well, we know just how athletic the NBA has become since its inception. Clark, even from when you played, just how much faster and stronger has the game become?
I would say if we were going to try to put a percentage on it, I think it's grown 60–70% in terms of athleticism. And a lot of it is attributable to the training advances that have been made in sports science and sports medicine and sports performance. And that's benefited and aided the players greatly. And then you have players that have really bought into nutrition and year-round maintenance of their bodies and taking advantage of this technology to enhance performance. And then it becomes a herd mentality. More and more of the guys are doing it, and more of them are benefiting from this enhanced training. So I'd say it's at least 70% better than 30 years ago.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in, and Eric Bledsoe drops them both. Wizards leading by 21. And Wall kicks to Morris. Here's the break. All going up court. And there's Bledsoe on the assist by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists now tonight. Here is Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Beal from long range. Out to Morris. Another shot. Here's Gortat. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Wizards lead by 21. Passes to Middleton. That shot off the mark. And Washington the other way now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. The three drills the three-pointer.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Here is Wall. Morris outside. He kicks to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Beal. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Beal's got 9 points now in the quarter. Bucks trail by 20. Bledsoe kicks to Henson. That one good for 2.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Wall passes to Gortat. On the wing, Porter. Outside, Beal. To the middle. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Middleton with it. Now guarded by Porter. Shots good by Bledsoe.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Wall dishes to Morris. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him. And we just had one of the closer MVP races in recent memory. Clark, do you define the MVP as a player with the most impressive stats, or the best player on the best team, or somewhere in between?
Kevin, to me, the MVP is an individual award. Clearly, we play a team game in the NBA, and a team's performance is part of that, but it's a small part of it to me. An MVP performance is one that not only has consistent high-level statistical production, influences winning at a good rate, but also stands out in the magnitude of the moments this player has over the course of the season. Those two things drive the needle for me as an MVP voter if I had such a vote.
And hate to make a mistake there, have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
Here's Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. Beal against Brogdon. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Gentlemen.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, March in Gortat.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
He's had the fans behind him tonight, and that's really been a key for him. Once he got going, they sensed it could be a special night every time he touched the ball. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Wizards leading by 14. Outside, Wall. Beal gets a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Great D that time from Middleton.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him. That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
On offense here, the Bucks. They're on a 17-7 run. Bledsoe kicks to Brogdon. Here's Antetokounmpo. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Morris with the screen for Wall. A floater. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Bledsoe passes to Brogdon. Henson with the screen. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And what I like about Chris Middleton is that he is just a complete player, Clark. Can play on or off the ball on offense as well as get his points both off a catch and shoot or putting it on the hardwood. Also a strong defender.
Yeah, he's one of those understated, effective, outstanding two-way players in the league and probably should get more credit as such. He challenges shots. He can defend multiple positions. And he plays a little bigger than he is because he's got that great wingspan.
And Morris throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Henson's shot is off. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Beal kicks to Morris. Gortat dishes to Morris. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Gortat, the pass to Wall. Back to Morris. Outside, Wall. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mark. You guys were all business tonight. No joking or fooling around. What was the approach?
You know, we come into the game prepared, more focused. We got a lot of energy, and, you know, basically it was an overall good game for us.
Very good performance, March. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.